by his own blood. In the year 1162, a child emerged into the howling winds of Mongolia, clutching a blood clot the size of a knuckle. The shamans whispered of a dark omen, a beast of iron. They called him Temujin. He didn't know it yet, but that fistful of blood was a promise to the earth, a promise of 4 crore deaths. Temujin's world was a cycle of kidnapping and vengeance. His father, Yasugei, stole his mother from a rival. A few years later, that same rivalry ended in a cup of poisoned tea. In an instant, the family of a chieftain became outcasts. Their own clan stripped them of their horses, their yurts, and their dignity, abandoning a widow and 6 children to the mercy of the Siberian. Imagine the silence of the tundra. The smell of dry grass and the ache of a stomach that hasn't felt heat in weeks. Temujin didn't just survive, he hardened. When his older half-brother, Bektar, stole a single fish from the starving children, Temujin didn't cry, he hunted. At just 10 years old, he drew his bow and executed his own brother. In the Mongol steppe, there was no room for the weak. There was only the predator and the prey. He was captured, his neck locked in a heavy wooden kang, treated like a beast. But a man named Sorkin Shira saw something in the boy's eyes, a fire that could burn the world. He helped him flee. This lesson of loyalty became Temujin's secret weapon. He didn't care about noble blood, he cared about merit. He took the beggars, the outcasts, and the broken, and forged them into the Tumun. A decimal machine of death that could travel 100 miles a day and fire arrows with the precision of a surgeon. The turning point wasn't a kingdom, but a woman. His wife, Borte, was kidnapped by the Merkits. Temujin didn't just ride to save her, he scorched the earth. When he finally held her again, she was pregnant with a child that might not be his. Any other ruler would have discarded her. But Temujin named the boy Joki, the guest, and loved him as his own. He was a monster to his enemies, but a shield to those he loved. But power demands a sacrifice. To unite Mongolia, he had to break his blood brother, Jamukha. 2 boys who once shared a cloak now shared a battlefield. When Jamukha was finally defeated, Temujin granted him a dignified death, snapping his spine so no blood would touch the earth. The friend died so the great Khan could live. Genghis Khan died in 1227, his burial site hidden so deeply that anyone who saw the funeral procession was slaughtered to keep the secret. Today, 1 in 200 men on earth carry his DNA. He destroyed civilizations, yes, but he also connected the world. We must ask, is a man defined by the blood he spills, or the world he builds from the ashes? He started as a shadow with teeth, and ended as the shadow over history. If the legend of the Iron Khan moved you, hit the like button and subscribe to History Decode. Tell us in the comments, was he a visionary or a villain? Until next time, may history never be forgotten.